People are gonna hate this. Whoa. There, I tried to swirl it. Y'all happy? Coffee.
Which one do you want?
Do you have a preference?
I'll just take that one because it's closer to me. This is only enough in here.
Pumpkin.
Okay. Alright, I am sauced to my liking.
Sauced.
Yeah, dude, coffee sauce.
Hey, long time no see. I'm not gonna make a big deal out of me making my first video in a really long time because probably, I feel like there are gonna be some random people here, people who don't normally watch my channel, and I know you don't care that I've been on a hiatus. This was like the first thing that really motivated me to make a video in a while. Let me actually get the bag itself. So I've been, you know, if you wanna know about the hiatus, there's a video up in the eye. But basically, I started a new job. I've been really focused on that and haven't been doing much YouTube stuff. So the fact that Awesome Coffee Club motivated me to like want to make a YouTube video, that alone tells you that this is something that I care about, I guess. But don't worry, this is not going to be a super biased review. I will be critiquing the coffee. I feel like I haven't seen many other YouTubers talking about it or giving reviews. I feel like I've seen John and Hank Green, who are the founders of the Awesome Coffee Club. I feel like they're talking about it a lot, but I haven't seen too many unbiased perspectives. Wheezy Waiter mentioned it in a video recently, and I was like, finally, like, I don't know. You think like back in like 2010, like if someone started a company, every YouTuber would be talking about it. But now YouTube is so disconnected. I don't know, I was just like, not surprised. I'm not surprised or just disappointed. I just thought I would see more YouTubers like kind of mentioning this product. So I thought that I would give my opinions on the Awesome Coffee Club coffee and my experience with ordering coffee from them. Normally this series is for reviewing products that commonly sponsor YouTubers, but I also review YouTuber products. So I've done Hollow Taco, which I'm not wearing today. My nails are not super cute today. And I thought I'd throw Awesome Coffee Club into the mix. So with all that said, let me just kind of get into my experience with the Awesome Coffee Club. And then at the end, I'll give it a rating out of 5 stars and I'll kind of explain my logic there. So I will start out by saying that another purpose of this series is to give a normal person's perspective. With Hollow Taco, I'm a girl who doesn't wear a lot of nail polish. I do sometimes, but you know, I'm not like a nail polish expert like Christine. I can give a normal person's perspective of that, right? HelloFresh, I'm not a chef. I'm not gonna go into the details of the quality of ingredients or anything, but from a normal person's perspective, is HelloFresh worth it? Is ThredUp worth it? That kind of stuff. I'm going to be looking at more than just the flavor of the coffee. So if you want to know about like the flavor of the coffee and the notes and stuff, here are 2 reviews that I found from other YouTubers. Check those out, they're great. For me, I'm going to be talking about a little bit about the taste of the coffee, but also about other aspects of the experience. And this is because I'm not a huge coffee drinker. I like coffee. Look at me, I'm drinking it right now. So good. I just like licked the cup instead of drinking it. I drink coffee maybe 2 to 3 times a week. I'm not like an everyday coffee drinker, and that does influence my experience with Awesome Coffee Club. So if you're someone who likes coffee, but you don't like it that much, stick around because this video is definitely for you. So back in July, I believe, I saw John's video about the Awesome Coffee Club. I knew that it was something that they had been working on for a while because I mean, like, I'll be real, I'm a pretty big nerd fighter. Sorry if it's cringe to be like, oh, I'm a nerd fighter, but I just am trying to say that I've known about the Awesome Coffee Club project for a while because I fill out the nerd fighter census every year. They do this, I just like statistics, okay? They do this thing where Hank will survey anyone who wants to respond in the Vlogbrothers community. And 1 or maybe even 2 years ago, they started asking these questions about coffee. What kind of coffee do you like? Dark, light, medium roast? Would you want whole beans or ground? That kind of stuff. And either on the census or maybe in another video, they made it clear that these questions were because they were thinking about starting a monthly coffee subscription service. So I knew this was coming up. And when he posted this video in July, the nauseous puddle water video, I was like, oh, hey, the coffee thing's happening. So I got a little excited about it. But again, like we don't drink that much coffee in this house. So I told Eric, I said, hey, next time we need to buy coffee, let's get some Awesome Coffee Club coffee. That took us like 2 months to run out of the coffee that we previously had. But eventually, I think September was the first month that we ordered from Awesome Coffee Club. So yeah, in the video, he kind of explained the philosophy and mentality of the Awesome Coffee Club project. And there are basically two, maybe three main things that kind of go into the Awesome Coffee Club. One is that it's a monthly coffee subscription service. That's kind of the main thing, and that doesn't necessarily set them apart from the crowd. There are other coffee subscription services that I've actually considered reviewing for this video, but this is the one that really caught my attention. One, because of my bias with Vlogbrothers, but also there are two other reasons that set Awesome Coffee Club apart from the other coffee subscription services. So the second big thing about Awesome Coffee Club is that 100% of their profits go to support Partners in Health, which is a charity organization that John and Hank Green have been supporting for years and years and years. If you know about Project for Awesome, a lot of the proceeds from that go to Partners in Health. Pizza Miss, a lot of Vlogbrothers projects go towards Partners in Health, and this is no exception. So Partners in Health works to reduce child and maternal mortality in many countries. Specifically Sierra Leone is, I think, what John and Hank Green kind of focus on. So that's the second big thing, is that it's one of those feel-good things, right? You buy coffee, but you're also being a good person because you're giving to charity. I'm not always the biggest fan of this model, where rather than just donating to a charity, you are like getting something out of it. But I think when you do your research and look into the organizations that you're supporting, and you do see that they're actually putting the proceeds towards those organizations, why not use it as an excuse to give some money to a good cause, right? It's another pro of the organization. The third big thing about Awesome Coffee Club is that they source their coffee from an organization that is certified fair trade, and they have these really, I think, strict guidelines for themselves about how they pay the people at every step of the coffee harvesting process. So the people who harvest the coffee, the people who roast the coffee, every step that it takes to get the coffee to your door, people are paid fairly, they are paid fair wages. Even if the price of coffee is fluctuating, they have a base wage that they will definitely receive. It won't dip below that. So they do a lot of things to make sure that the people who are working on the coffee are being treated and paid fairly, which is such a big deal because the coffee industry in particular is really, really bad about that. So we'll kind of come back to all of those points, but for now I'm just kind of giving the general gist of the goals and philosophy behind the Awesome Coffee Club. So back in September, Eric and I ordered our first bag of Awesome Coffee Club coffee. We are still working on it. I'm telling you, we really don't drink that much coffee. What is it? It's November in like 2 days. So we're still working on this first bag, and that is something else that I'll talk about in a bit. But we currently have 2 bags of Awesome Coffee Club, and we're liking it so far. So I guess at this point, I'll go ahead and get into the ranking system. So for each of these videos, I like to use a 5-star ranking system to kind of award points to whatever product I'm reviewing. And because I'm a teacher, I can't just say, you get 5 stars, you get 4 stars, whatever, without explaining why I need a grading rubric. So each star represents something, and those things are ease of use, customer service, price, quality, and accuracy. So I'm gonna go through each of these categories and kind of tell you about our experience with Awesome Coffee Club, what I give the product for each individual star, and then we'll add it all together and you will see how many stars it receives. So for ease of use, I give Awesome Coffee Club 1 full star. There's not really much to say here. With other products, I think it makes more sense to have a star for ease of use. HelloFresh, is it easy to cook the stuff? ThreadUp, is it easy to, sort through the clothes on the website? Coffee is coffee. If I know how to make coffee, you know what I mean? There's nothing about the coffee itself that makes it easier or harder to use. I guess I suppose that if they only offered whole beans, for example, then I might take some points off for ease of use because it would be like, okay, I'm not used to having to grind my beans, so it's an extra step. Maybe it's not the easiest thing to use, right? If you know how to make a cup of coffee, there's nothing about the packaging or the coffee itself that makes it challenging to make a cup of coffee. So ease of use gets a full star. I don't really have much to add in this area. For customer service, let me grab my computer for this one. I almost said camera. There's something specific that I want to say about the customer service personally. The customer service is good overall. I'm giving this, I've never done this before, but I'm giving it 0.75 stars for customer service. Three quarters of a star. Because I think the customer service is good, but if anything, it's too communicative. This is something in general with dftba.com. You know, this is a product review. It's gonna be opinionated, and this is my own personal opinion. I don't love when, well, okay. I do like when a product emails me frequently letting me know, okay, hey, we've processed your order. We've sent your order. It's on its way, and now it's here. When I get a separate email for each step of the process, that's great. But the thing about Awesome Coffee Club is it happens quite slowly, and I think in this world where we're used to Amazon and this 2-day shipping, you start to think that it's not going to arrive. Let me show you guys, let me explain. So I ordered the coffee on September 1st, or maybe the order confirmed on September 1st because it was the first of the month. I don't remember the exact details. But on September 1st, I got an email from them saying, hey, your Awesome Coffee Club order is confirmed. Cool. September 6th, I got an email saying, your Awesome Coffee Club order has left the warehouse en route to you, and they gave me a tracking number. Awesome. Again, it's like, it's not bad. 4 or 5 days go by. What was September 6th? That would have been a, wait, don't tell me, I'm gonna try the thing. September 6th would have been a Tuesday. Am I right? I'm right! Cool. September 6th would have been a Tuesday. So basically a bunch of business days passed, right? 4 or 5 days passed, and Eric and I started to think, is our coffee gonna get here? They said it was on its way 4 days ago, right? Typically when you get an email like that, it's like, okay, it's 2 days away, right? September 12th, I got another email, your order is out for delivery. Not your order is here, your order is out for delivery. But then on September 12th, later that day, it did arrive. So it's just the wording of the emails really threw me off. Both months this happened. And of course, we would get used to this over time. But just a warning, if you order from Awesome Coffee Club, when they send you that email that says it's on its way, it doesn't actually mean it's that close to arriving when you compare it to things like Amazon and these like super speedy shipping things that we're used to, right? Again, I don't care that the coffee took 12 days to arrive at my house. I really don't care. But it's just like, the wording of the email got me really excited, getting me to think that it was going to arrive 6 days earlier than it actually arrived. 0.75 for customer service. Really, really good overall, but maybe too good, or either don't narrate every single step of the process, or maybe use slightly more precise wording for each step of the process. That's kind of where I'm at on the customer service. Okay, for price, I do have to give Awesome Coffee Club half a star for price. If you are looking for budget coffee, if you're looking to save money by having coffee shipped conveniently to your door every month, this is probably not the place that you want to look. But don't worry, there are caveats. The shipping is free. So when it says it's $22 for this 12-ounce bag, it's $22 plus tax. I had to pay $2.50 for tax. You know, depending on your state, you might have to pay a little bit more or less for taxes, but the shipping is free. So that's a pro. And the other thing is that you are buying more than just coffee, right? You aren't spending $22 to $24 for 12 ounces of coffee. You're spending $22 for 12 ounces of coffee and a donation to Partners in Health, and to ensure that you are paying the people who harvested and processed the coffee fair wages. I did a quick Google. Again, I'm like not a coffee expert, but I just did a quick Google of how much it normally costs to buy 12 ounces of coffee. 12 ounces of Folgers is like $5, right? So this is like 4 times more expensive than Folgers. But let's say normally you can spend $5 for 12 ounces of coffee. Okay, you pay $5 extra to ensure that the people who are working on that coffee are paid fair wages. And then it's a $10 donation to Partners in Health. Maybe you can think of it that way, right? I don't know exactly what the breakdown is, but the point is, I don't think it's that crazy. The other thing for me with the price is the subscription model. I don't need to buy 12 ounces of coffee every month, personally. So for me, if I were to stay subscribed, which I canceled my subscription, but if I were to stay subscribed, I would be spending way too much money on coffee. I don't need this much every month. My husband and I together don't drink 12 ounces of coffee every month, right? It's so funny because in the nauseous puddle water, he's like, if you're like my family and you drink more than 22 cups of coffee every 2 weeks, and I'm like, excuse me? But I get it, like most people drink a cup of coffee every day, so if you have 2 people in your house who drink coffee, that's more than 22 cups of coffee every 2 weeks. For me, it's a little frustrating from a price standpoint to not have that option. Now, when I went to unsubscribe, after we got our September bag and our October bag, and I said, cool, this will last us 6 months, I went to unsubscribe. It did that thing where it asked, like, why are you unsubscribing? And, you know, I gave positive feedback. I just said one of the options was like, I have all the coffee I need, right? So I clicked on that, and it gave me this pop-up that was like, canceling is so permanent. And it gave me this option to select, oh, maybe you don't want your coffee delivered every month. Maybe you want it every 2 months or every 3 months. It gave me this much more customizable option for how often my coffee arrives. One day I may go back and select that option, but at the time I was a little bit mad because it bothered me that that wasn't available in the beginning, right? In the beginning, when you order the coffee, the only options are, do you want it every 2 weeks or do you want it every month? So it bothered me that I had to go through the process of threatening to cancel before it finally said, whoa, whoa, hey, maybe we can just deliver it every 3 months. I was like, no, I will go back. Like when we run out of this in a few months, I will go back and I'm gonna sign up again. But at the moment, I was frustrated. It felt a little scummy, a little manipulative to act like these are the only 2 options. But then when I'm gonna start to take money away from you, oh, now we can give you more options. That bothered me. So that's kind of the big reason that I'm docking points for price, is not because I think $22 is too expensive, right? It's all going to a good cause. I don't have a problem with that. For me, the subscription model and the options that are provided on the website could use some flexibility, in my opinion. But maybe I'm an outlier here. I know a lot of people do drink coffee every day. Maybe that's not as big of a deal as I think it is, but from my personal experience, I really would have liked an option for either a smaller bag or you can get it delivered less frequently. That's just me. All right, for quality, I gave it half a star. Again, if you want to check out people who know more about the taste of coffee, look in the eye. There are much more thorough reviews. All I can really attest to is the coffee is a medium dark roast, and I'm not a dark roast girly. Before I even go into our reactions, actually, I want to just describe how we typically make coffee. We are French press kind of people. You know, we boil the water, we stick it in the French press, we let it steep for about 4.5 minutes, and we normally make it with half calf, half decaf, which is just like store brand decaf. And we don't particularly like black coffee. We put creamer in it. So keep all that in mind, I guess. I don't know much about coffee, but what I do know is that dark roast is more bitter, light roast is more sour, and I've always been the kind of person who likes sour stuff. So when I can get my hands on a light roast, like, I'm gonna do light roast. When I went to order, of course, I was a little bummed to see that the only option was medium dark roast, but I was like, I still want to support it. I want to try it. And yeah, it was just not what we were used to, how bitter it was. But like I said, we put creamer in, we do half calf, and it grew on us. Like now I'm drinking it and like, I don't know, it's really not that bitter. I think even Hank mentioned, it was either Hank or John mentioned that they picked medium dark roast because that's what most people voted for. Surprise, surprise, Americans like dark roast. Like I know Americans like dark roast. Of course, that's what they're gonna focus on when they are just starting out and they can only make a few flavors, right? They just don't have a lot of resources right now. Hello, I am here to give an update because I was in the process of editing this video when John Green made me look like an idiot by announcing that they now have light roast coffee. I'm yelling. I'm yelling. Okay, but why are you like yelling? You're like so loud. There are now more options. So for now, I'm just gonna leave the star ranking the way that I made it when I initially reviewed the coffee. I just don't drink coffee often enough to justify getting it every 2 months, so I really don't need to order another bag of coffee right now. But in a couple months, I really think I will order the light roast, and maybe I'll do like a specific light roast review and update my stars accordingly. I guess I still stand by what I originally thought. Like everything that I'm going to say for the rest of this video is what I initially thought with, you know, the first few months of the Awesome Coffee Club experience. So recognize that the stars that I'm giving here are kind of tentative, and hopefully in the future I'll do another video and kind of update my scores for quality and maybe for customer service. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, for me it's half a star now, but I can definitely see it. I can see myself giving it a full star in the future if they have a wider variety of flavors available. Okay, and the last star is for accuracy. I'm giving them 1 star for accuracy, and what this means is, do you get what's advertised to you? So I kind of want to go back to those 3 main things that Awesome Coffee kind of says about itself. 1, it's a subscription coffee service. Okay, check, they do that, right? You get coffee once a month. Okay, that's accurate. 2, the profits go to fight maternal and child mortality in Sierra Leone. I don't know how to prove this. I think that, you know, once they've been around for like a year and they put out their yearly earnings report, then we can sort of check them on that. But for now, I think the best thing we can do is check the Vlogbrothers track record with what they donate from their organizations and all that sort of stuff. And I mean, Hank Green did a whole video about how complexly, basically all their businesses that they own handle money. They're very transparent about the way that they handle money. So if I have enough spaces left in the eye, I can only link up to 5 videos. So it'll either be linked in the eye or it might be linked in the doobly-doo. But you can check out that video about their transparency and what they do with their money. I really trust the Vlogbrothers and their organizations. I think they're pretty good about doing what they say they do. But of course, this is something that we can really fact check once they put out their earnings report. And for number 3, fair trade, fair wages, that kind of stuff. Awesome Coffee Club, I was not able to find anything about them being certified through any third-party organizations. However, they are partners with Sucafina. That's the company that they get their coffee from. And Sucafina is certified through the Rainforest Alliance, Fair Trade, and 4C. So although Awesome Coffee Club themselves is not certified yet, maybe one day they will be, the place that they source their coffee from is. So I would say, again, for number 3, I'm gonna give them a check. I trust that what they say they're doing for sustainability, for fair wages, all this stuff, I trust that that is actually happening, right? Because these third-party organizations can be pretty strict. So if we put all the stars together, I would give the Awesome Coffee Club 3.75 stars. And that's pretty good. I'm not a super easy grader on these, especially, you know, you would think that, oh, Becca's like biased. She's gonna be like super easy on the Vlogbrothers because she likes them. No, 3.75 stars is like a pretty average score from me if you've seen some of my other videos in this series. So I know I was really expecting it to be somewhere in the 4 range, but really that too communicative customer service just put it slightly below a 4. But again, it's things that I really feel like I can see them improving. John and Hank are really good at listening to their customers and their community. So I hope that, you know, maybe even they watch this video and hi guys, and hear our critiques and our ideas and things that we think could make the service even better. So for me, it really boils down to slightly better wording of the update emails, more options for coffee flavor. I would love to see a light roast. And the other thing is more flexibility for subscription options up front, not just when someone's going to cancel the subscription, right? Right off the bat, it would be great if you could give us the option to only get coffee every 2 or 3 months, right? I think it would be great. What's the, I feel like you could make a meme that's like, I think people who only like coffee slightly should be able to fight child and maternal mortality. Dang it, that was such a funny joke too. Hello, everyone who knows me in real life. I am requesting a camera battery for Christmas. This is like the 3rd time that my camera has died, like so close to when I'm done recording, and I haven't even been recording for an hour. It's such a bummer. So yeah, that was pretty much it. What was I doing? I was wrapping up. So yeah, all this to say, awesome coffee club. I'm really liking it so far. I love the idea of the project. Yeah, there's just a few tweaks that I personally might make, but I think it's so awesome. It's really great to see the Vlogbrothers doing, you know, just continuing to do good, continuing to, what do they say, decrease world suck. I think they have a lot of room to grow in a good way. So I hope you guys like this video, and if you have not tried out the awesome coffee for yourself, I recommend that you do. It's, especially if you like medium to dark roast, right? I'm not posting content regularly right now. Like I said at the beginning, I'm kind of like focused on work and stuff right now. But if you want to subscribe to see when I sporadically post content, that's why I said that, to see when I sporadically post content, you know, subscribe, I guess, if you want. Give this video a thumbs up. I do like to do these reviews of things that YouTubers are sponsored by or YouTuber products. So if you have something that you would like to see me review, let me know. I'll definitely check it out and, you know, let you guys know my thoughts and experiences and all that stuff. But yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!